Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. I can see Saugata's face like really blankly staring because he's in the zone because it is the big final today, and yeah, we've got our two champion teams from our two groups that are going to be meeting in this final. First up, welcome back, Raj and Saugata, tournament favorites. I think two wins out of two, and yeah, I guess overwhelming favorites. I would say, yeah, you guys have got this one, yeah, for sure. No,
So
I'm cranking up the pressure on both sides. Well, you know,
I
that's how
thought
you
I
do
thought
it.
so.
Yeah,
I think that's favoritism.
yeah.
Mm.
I think he is giving us a jinx. So yeah,
Whatever.
I
Yeah.
thought
Well, yeah,
Farhan would just
sporting.
give
Well,
us
it
a
wouldn't be
yellow
a
card
sporting
now.
competition if there wasn't a jinx.
So much
There. But
neutrality.
yeah. Well, think about it this way, right? I mean, if you lose, then it makes headlines and all that for all the 30 people or 40 people that watch it anyway. But on the other hand, we've also got our top team from Group B here, Farhan and Margaret, or as they like to call themselves, Rexdale Junction FC. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. That's yes, a wonderful logo. T-shirts are still in printing. We're still working out the royalty payments and all of those things. So right now we
You're,
aren't
you're
able to
not
get
getting
that.
a dime, my friend. I promise you that.
Well, I'm not asking for a dime. I would want a more significant portion than that, but thank you for offering. But anyway, yes, yeah. But we'll let you know when new merchandise comes out for that one. But yeah, all right, yeah, here we go. So yes, two teams, two great teams, and I mean, it's a wonderful. It's been a wonderful tournament so far, and when here we are at the final stage, and well, for one team, it will be great acceleration. For the other one, we can just say it will be over soon. So, we'll see which one is which is which. Uh, you know, oh well, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, it's been a long tournament in
It's
some ways.
been
But anyway,
yeah. It's
on that
short.
note, I will open my PowerPoint presentation, and for the last
Good luck,
time.
Raj. Good luck, Sagata.
same to you guys.
Yes, there you go, the final. And I would say that if nothing else, my Photoshop skills have definitely improved over the course of this tournament. So, that's something that I picked out from that. And today's topic is the Premier League. That is what we're talking about. There's a little bit of a change because we normally have 36 questions, but today we have 40 questions. So
Oof.
we've kind of added a few more, just to give it a little bit more drama and excitement for that. But before we get there, we have to do our coin flip. So, Raj and Sogata, since you guys are the designated home team, you guys get to pick. So either one of you can shout it out, heads or tails. What do you want?
Heads.
Heads. All right. Are your heads from Raj?
That was my contribution to the entire quiz.
And it is heads. Well, there you go. You guys.
It's always
Wow.
heads. I don't think I've seen tails once while we.
Yeah, it's
I
always
Well,
agree.
heads.
I
I think
agree.
there's been a couple of tails. I think a couple of tails have popped up, but I don't know. I can't remember anyway. But maybe you're right. I don't know. Random stuff and all that. But yes, Raj and Sogata, you guys can decide. Do you wish to start or do you wish to go second?
Saugata, your call.
We should start, as in
Okay,
take the
let's go.
first step, best foot forward.
All
Yes, let's
right,
do
best
that.
foot forward. You should start. Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, so we go with round one. As you all are familiar with it now, you have four categories: team stats, player stats, stadiums, managers. Each one of you picks one category. There's four questions behind each box. You answer all four of them. 10 points for every correct answer. There is no pass. So, who wants to begin, Raj or Sogata?
Raj, you want to go first?
I will probably choose stadiums. That's the only place I have some chance.
Okay, stadiums.
Although
So
I
here we
don't know
go.
much about this one. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go stadiums. Yeah, this might. Yeah, well, I mean, I think you're setting yourself a bit short there, but sure. Well, here we go. First question. What is the name of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Is it White Hart Lane, Harry Hotspur Stadium, AIA Stadium, or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
AIA Stadium.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
So, AIA Stadium to get on the board, unfortunately, is not the correct answer. It is the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That
Okay.
is the name. It used to
Oh,
be called White Hart Lane, but the new stadium is now called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, a
no
little bit of a
sponsor. No sponsor for them.
No, not yet. Well,
Huh.
not yet anyway. Oh, a sponsor for them. But anyway, all right. Question number two. Here we go. There's still three questions to go. So, which stadium is the Premier League's largest by seating capacity? So, which one of these has the largest seating capacity? Is it Old Trafford, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the London Stadium, which was formerly known as the Olympic Stadium, or the Emirates Stadium? Formerly known as the Olympic Stadium because it was used in the Olympics in 2012. Bit of background information there, but yes.
I will go with the Emirates Stadium.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Emirates for 10 points, unfortunately, is also incorrect. It is actually Old Trafford.
Oh
That is
God.
the largest by seating capacity.
And
Nonetheless,
where
still two more.
Old Trafford?
Old
Man
Trafford,
U.
yes.
Yeah, Man
Mm,
U's. Yeah,
Man
Old
Manchester
United.
Trafford.
United Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Hmm.
Manchester United Stadium. Yes. It's yes, yes. Well, no worries. There's still two questions to go, Raj. A
Yeah.
little bit of warm up there. So maybe here's the question number three. The London Stadium, formerly known as the Olympic Stadium, is the home stadium of which of these teams? Chelsea, Crystal Palace, West Ham United, or Fulham?
Hmm.
I have no idea on this. Crystal Palace.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Crystal Palace is also unfortunately incorrect. It is actually
West Ham.
West Ham
Oh, West
United.
Ham.
That's right. Yes, just
Oh.
waiting. Right. Well, still one question to go, Raj. So you're so far 3 for 3, but not in the right way. But anyway, here we go.
So cruel.
Question number 4. Here we go. Which of these clubs does not have a stadium sponsor? So which of these clubs' stadium is not sponsored? Is it Manchester City, Everton, Arsenal, or Leicester City?
Everton.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Everton?
Yeah.
Everton for 10 points, and you have finally got on the board because Everton is correct. Goodison Park is not
Okay.
sponsored. And
Well
so with
done,
that,
Raj.
yes,
Yeah.
well done. Yes, absolutely. So with that, Raj and Saugata, you have 10 points after the first box. We still got 3 more to go, so we're still only quarter of the way through. Farhan and Margaret, you have a chance to pick between team stats, player stats, and managers. Either one of you can pick one, and then we can begin your tournament, so to speak.
Farhan, I think the only one I could do would be team stats.
Go for it, Margaret.
Okay, I will give it a shot. Wish me
Team
luck.
stats.
All the best. You got this. You got this.
Yeah, team stats. Well, considering Raj only got 10 points, yeah, it's not. It's a low bar to go over. But
Wow.
So cruel. Okay,
I know.
if
I'm
you
Yes.
kidding.
pick
I'm
the other
kidding.
team, I'm giving you a
Yes.
yellow card for that.
That is
That's harsh. Harsh.
unnecessary words of
Oh,
I should
yeah,
Well,
like
whatever.
to get 10 points.
Yeah,
well,
that's,
I guess at this point we might have to start deducting points for everyone who shows yellow and red cards as well. As well. I don't know.
oh.
Yeah. Well,
Ouch.
anyway,
Ouch.
let's go on. Let's go
Let's
into
try it.
team
Let's see
stats.
how I do.
4 questions. Here we go. Number 1. Which club holds a record for least goals conceded in a season? So Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool.
I'm going to say Arsenal.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer because they had that one game where they won everything, no losses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Well, they did have a season where they won, but they didn't win. They didn't lose, but they did not win everything. But unfortunately, it is not Arsenal. The answer
Uh,
is. Sogata, do you know this
Chelsea.
one?
Chelsea. Chelsea.
Chelsea. That's right. It is Chelsea. Oh yes, because Sogata is a Chelsea fan, so he should know this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, question number 2. Still 3 questions to go.
oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry to hear that, Sagata, that you're a Chelsea fan. That's very unfortunate.
Yes, it is. Yes, unfortunately, yes. But anyway, which club holds the record for most Premier League titles won? Chelsea,
uh,
Manchester City, Manchester United, or Liverpool?
and Manchester United with 13.
Yeah, I won't even ask you if it's the final answer because that is correct. We don't need to ask that. Manchester United, the greatest club in Premier League history. Well,
Amen.
A
Amen.
little bias there. A little bit of bias.
oh, I'm just kidding. And well, I'm not kidding, but yeah, I mean it is true. But yeah, no, I'm just a little bit of banter there. But yes, Manchester United is correct, and Margaret is on the board with
Well
10
done,
points.
Margaret.
Yes, it's all level now already. Yeah, you can cut the tension with a knife here. But anyway, right, question number 3. There you go. Which of these clubs has not won a Premier League title? Blackburn Rovers, Arsenal, Leicester City, or Newcastle United?
Newcastle United.
And that is said very confidently, and that is very, very correct. It is
Yes.
Newcastle United who have
Let's
not
go,
won.
Margaret.
Yeah, 20 points. So now you guys have a bit of an
Wikipedia.
early lead. Yes, awesome. There's a bit of an early lead there. And here we go. Question number 4, final one to make it 3 out of 4. Which of these teams holds the record for least points won in a season? Is it Aston Villa, Sunderland, Derby County, or Norwich?
I'm going to
Norwich.
be like Jian and consult my Gutkipedia, which is, the inner voice about which of these, because I really have no idea on this.
Mhm.
But I think the goofiest name is Derby County. So I'm going to go with Derby County.
I tell you what, Wikipedia is kind of working for you because Derby County is correct. It is Derby County that hold the record for least points won in a season. I tell you what, when Wikipedia starts working, that's ominous signs for the
3 out of
opposing
4.
team.
Well done, Margaret.
So
What?
halfway through round one,
Awesome.
Farhan and Margaret have an early lead, 30 points. Raj and Saugata, 10 points. But there's still one box to go for Raj and Saugata. And Saugata, which one would you like to go with? Player stats or managers? And I should say, which one would you want to get 4 out of 4 for? In because I think.
Wow. That's putting undue pressure.
Well, I just I'm
Okay.
enjoying
Uh,
this.
let's go with player stats.
Player stats, yes, I think that's
Yeah.
safe. All right, player stats, 4 questions. Here we go. Number one, which player holds the record for most golden boots won? So most top goal scorer awards won. Which of these players holds the record for that? Thierry Henry, Harry Kane, Wayne Rooney, or Sergio Aguero?
Henry.
Henry, is that your final answer? I shouldn't even ask you because I mean it's correct. It is Thierry Henry. Helen would be happy with that one. And you move on to 20 points. Here we go. Question number two. Which player holds the record for most clean sheets overall? David James, Petr Cech, Peter Schmeichel, or Pepe Reina?
Peter check.
Is yeah. Should I ask you it's your final answer? I don't know. Is it your final
200,
answer?
202 clean sheets.
Well, there you go.
Ooh,
I know,
ooh.
right? A bit of show off, but even I didn't know that actually. But yes, Petr Cech is correct. It is Petr Cech,
Yeah.
We
and
did
30
research for
points.
this too.
Yeah,
No,
right?
isn't I know about Peter Check because Chelsea fan. So
Chelsea,
I know.
yeah. No, I just
Yeah.
mean Rohit, you didn't know that, and you constructed this whole
Well, I know he
little
has the
thing.
most number, but I don't remember how many.
He's the only one to have 200 plus clean sheets.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah, that part I didn't know. But yes, great, awesome. Well, 2 out of 2, and 2 more to go. Question number 3: who was the highest paid player ever in the Premier League? Alexis Sanchez, Wayne Rooney, Paul Pogba, or Sergio Aguero?
Paul
Huh.
Pogba.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
Paul Pogba, and unfortunately, it won't be 4 out of 4. It is actually,
Alexis, right?
sadly, Alexis Sanchez, the
Yeah.
biggest flop
Yeah.
in history. Uh, I mean, but see, this is not just a United glorifying trivia. We sometimes even make fun of our own club. But yes, Alexis Sanchez. Anyway, there's a trivia question there. But anyway, question number 4, the final one for this round for you, Saugata. And it is, who won the Premier League Player of the Season award in 2020-21? So the one that just completed. Harry Kane, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Diaz, or N'Golo Kante?
Mm, I think it's Ruben Diaz, Man
Is
City.
that your final answer, Ruben Diaz?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ruben Diaz is correct. It is Ruben Diaz. Who needs Wikipedia, right? 3 out of 4. And if no one you have knowledge, anyway, I'm just kidding. But yes, so a lead for Rajan Sogata. Well, we're 3 quarters of the way there. 40 points. Farhan Margaret on 30, but you still have one box in hand. Farhan, managers.
I
Are you
hope
Go
they're
ready?
all
Farhan.
about Sir. I hope they're all about Sir Alex Ferguson. That's all I hope.
Well, that would be a dream trivia, wouldn't it? But I have to be a little bit neutral, unfortunately, with these ones. But anyway, managers, 4 questions. Here we go. I'm expecting good things from your fan because you're a Premier League
Uh,
fan. So,
yeah, okay. We'll see the
okay.
questions first.
Well. Anyway, here we go. Question number 1: which of these managers has managed the most number of games in the Premier League? Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, Sam Allardyce, or Harry Redknapp?
Arsene Wenger.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger is absolutely correct. It is Arsene Wenger. And
Yay!
and you guys pull level with Raj Saugata at the end. At least you will be at least be level with them at the end of the first round because you've gone 40 points, but you still have 3 questions in hand. So here we go. Question number 2. Which manager holds the record for managing the most number of teams in the Premier League? So not the most number of games, the most number of teams.
Ooh.
Alan Pardew, David Moyes, Sam Allardyce, or Harry Redknapp?
Big Sam comes in as like I don't know. He comes in the middle. I don't know if that's considered managing.
It
If that's
Yeah,
considered managing like midway through a season.
it is still considered managing midway through a season as well.
Okay. I'm gonna say Big Sam
Is
Allardyce. I don't know how to say his last name. I just call him Big Sam.
is that a final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
Well, I mean, Alan Pardew and Harry Redknapp have also come in quite often mid-season to manage
Mhm.
teams, but Sam Allardyce is correct. It is Sam Allardyce, Big Sam.
Yeah.
So you move on to 50 points. Sam Allardyce, as he likes to call himself. But anyway, 50 points and two more questions still to go. Here we go. Question number 3. Who was Manchester City's manager when they won the title dramatically in 2011-2012? Manuel Pellegrini, Roberto Mancini, Mark Hughes, or Pep Guardiola?
It was an Italian, that's for sure. Which one it was, I don't remember. 2011, 2012. I'm gonna say Pellegrini, Manuel Pellegrini.
Is that a final answer?
Yeah.
You're right that it was an Italian. Unfortunately, Manuel Pellegrini is not Italian.
He's
He's
not?
actually, no, he's
But
Uruguayan.
you're still
The
right.
correct answer is Roberto Mancini.
Oh,
Well, it was an easy one, but anyway, no worries.
that
There's
was.
still one more
Okay,
question.
editorializing.
Why is
Yes,
that editorializing?
we
But okay.
we need a neutral host here. We don't need.
Yeah, neutral. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm neutral. I'm bantering both teams quite equally. So I would say I'm pretty neutral on that
Nah, I'm
front.
playing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Question number 4. Here you go. How many English managers have won the Premier League? 0, 1, 3, or 4?
Since 1992.
Yeah, but this
Oh,
is for Farhan. So
I think none. None.
is that a final answer? 0?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 0.
Well, 2 British managers have won the Premier League, but neither of them were English. It is 0 English managers who won the Premier League. Yes, both of them were Scottish. And with that, you move on to 60 points. So at the end of round 1, we have Farhan and Margaret in the lead with 60 points, Raj and Saugata on 40 points, but there's still a lot of time left in this one. So we move on to round 2, which is seasons. So a little bit different here because normally we've had 2 questions behind each box, but this time we have 3 questions behind each box. So there's a total of 6 questions. Each person gets to answer 3 questions instead of the usual 2. And you can either choose to answer all 3 questions behind the box, or you can mix and match, whatever, however you feel like it. But you cannot discuss or confer with your teammates, obviously, when answering the questions. Let me know who is going to answer the question before you decide to answer the question. Fine, and Margaret, since you guys, didn't have the choice of the last one, do you prefer to go first, or would you like to go second in this one?
We should go first.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
go first.
yeah, the box thing makes it. Yeah, I probably should go first, right? But anyway, which box would you guys like to start with?
Um.
Your pick for him.
Okay. Let's go with the most recent season because that's where my memory is at.
2020, 21. Yeah, I think it's a very safe choice, logical choice. It is a final
Yeah.
after all. And 2020.
Captain.
All right, so Farhan and Margaret, either one of you can answer this first question, but let me know who's going to answer before you do answer.
Both of us
You can
answered.
discuss. You
Oh,
cannot
okay,
discuss
cool.
it, but
You
but
can.
whoever wants to answer can answer.
Can answer.
Ah,
Okay.
oh shoot,
Yeah,
sorry. I
but
thought this
you can
was
see the question and then you can decide who wants to answer and then answer, but do not discuss.
okay.
You cannot discuss the answer, obviously, but you can
Sorry, I thought I
discuss.
was taking all of these questions. Sorry, Margaret. I chose
No,
it
no.
based off of that.
No, this is good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you can choose to answer all 3 as well in this one if you wish. But anyway, all right, here we go. Question
Can
number.
Farhan choose to answer all 3?
If he wants to,
It
yeah, for
doesn't
sure.
have to be one of us.
It doesn't have to be, but if he answers all 3 in this one, then the next box would be you would have to answer all 3. So
Oh, I see. Okay,
so
gotcha.
Okay. Well, we'll discuss
you
it.
can decide based on the question, right? All right,
Yeah.
question number 1. Here we go. Oops, sorry, it's not moving. So who won the top goal scorer award
I think
in?
I
Yeah,
think I know.
so Mo Salah, Harry Kane, Bruno Fernandes, Son Heung-min.
Go
Who
ahead,
would like
Margaret.
to answer?
I think I know. I think it was
Okay.
Harry Kane.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Harry Kane. Oh, I should mention that there is a pass in this one if you get it wrong. I forgot to mention that.
Oh,
There is a
okay.
pass. You do get 5 points if you get the right pass answer. But Harry Kane is correct. It is Harry Kane. So in this case, you do not have to worry about that. And you move on to 70 points.
Mhm.
You move. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Just give me moment here before I forget. All right, we move on to question number 2. Again, Farhan or Margaret, either one of you can answer this one. Margaret, you have 2 questions. Farhan, you have 3. Here we go. Question number 2. Which player won both Player of the Month and Goal of the Month award in the same month, which was in April? So this player won both awards in April. Was it Bruno Fernandes, Eric Lamela, Edinson Cavani, or Jesse Lingard?
I have no idea. Do you have a gut on this or?
Yeah, I think it was Edinson Cavani. I don't know why I'm struggling on his name.
Is that
Cavani.
your final answer, Edinson Cavani?
That was at the end of the season, right? The last month of the season.
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, it was Cavani. I think he scored that half volley or something like that at the end of the month. So, or at the end of the season. So I'm gonna say Cavani.
Cavani, you've used your 1 question, and unfortunately, Edinson Cavani is not the correct answer. It is not Edinson Cavani. Rajan Saugata has a chance to steal and get 5 points. Bruno Fernandes, Eric Lamela, or Jesse Lingard?
Raj,
You're
you
still there.
have
Thank
an
you.
idea about this?
Any one of you can answer, by the way. You don't. You can. It
Okay.
doesn't affect your quota. You can
I
discuss.
know Lamela got the goal of the year season, but did he get the goal of the month in April? Not sure. Lingard scored a lot of goals towards the end of the season for West Ham. So it has to be within the 2 of them, Lamela or Lingard. I'll go with Lingard.
Is that your final answer, Jesse
Yeah,
Lingard?
yeah.
And Jesse Lingard is absolutely correct. It is Jesse Lingard who won both. Even April, he had a very monster April. And so with that, you want to 45 points. Yeah, you guys, Farhan and Maggie, you guys don't want to give passes to Saugata. He just, answers
No.
them very, very quickly. So gotta get it right, man. Gotta get it right. But anyway, we still got one more question in this round. Farhan and Margaret, either one of you can answer. How many different teams were top of the table throughout the season? Was
Oh,
it 6, 7, 8, or 10? So, every time when we say top of the table, meaning at the end of each week, how many, there was a team that was top of the table, how many different teams were top the table?
oh man, that's that's an unfair question. I'll just
Oh,
be
is that an
honest with you.
unfair question? Oh,
So should I take a guess then?
Yeah.
Bart? Like if you have no idea, then I think I should probably
Yeah, I
use
think it will be a guess for anyone on this
Yeah.
kind of, because
Yeah. This is such a week
okay,
one. I think
Margaret,
it was like Leicester City, and then some Bournemouth was
do you
probably
really
first
want to
at
help them
some point.
out, Farhan? You know
No,
there's a price, right?
I'm just saying it can be anybody at any point. But go ahead, Margaret. I think if
Okay. Well, there's 20 teams
yeah.
and there's 6 that are always on top. So I'm going to say 6.
Is that your final answer? 6?
No. I'm
Okay.
going to say 7. I'm going to
Is
say
that
7.
is
It's
that
up
your
there,
final
Margaret.
answer? 7?
That's my final answer.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, 7 is not correct. It is not 7.
Well
So,
done, Margaret.
Sogata and Raj, another chance to steal and cut the gap down to 20 points. 6, 8, or 10?
I will go with 6.
6. And unfortunately, 6 is also not correct. It is 8. 8 teams
Mm.
that were top of the table
What were
throughout the
those eight
season.
teams? Do you know them?
Yes, Manchester United, Aston Villa, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Manchester City. You had Leicester City. How many is that? 7, right? And I believe one more. Which one was that? I think it was Everton. Everton were top as well. I
You took
believe
too
those were
long
the
on that
eight.
last one. I think we need VAR.
But I'm not asking you for the teams. I'm only asking for the numbers. So,
Yeah.
that's totally fine. Besides, VAR is only for clear and obvious errors. This doesn't seem like a clear and obvious error.
That seems clear and obvious to me. But go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, the players they don't decide that, do they? So anyway, on that note, Raj and Saugata, you guys have a chance to pick a box now. 2019, 2020, 2018, 2019, or 2017, 2018.
Raj, your call.
Do you want me to just stay with the closest one?
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
anyway going to take a guess. I don't.
No, no. As in, wherever you think you are the strongest in that, choose that.
that is like asking me how strong are you in making butter chicken. I know I can eat, but no good in making. But anyways, doesn't matter. 1920. Stick with the closest
2019,
one.
20. Yes, going in reverse order. 2019, 2020. So we've got three questions behind this one. The first one, again, as usual, any one of you can answer, but let me know before you answer. 10 points for correct answer and 5 points for a pass. So here we go. First question. What was the name given to the Premier League's plans to play matches again following the COVID-19 lockdown? Was it Project Restart, Operation Restart, Project Return, or Project Football? Either one of you can answer this one.
Do you know this, Saugata?
No, I'm not sure.
So
You
if
can
you
take it
here
back.
is let's do something. If you are not sure, then if we have to guess, then let me guess because you
Yeah, yeah,
still have
sure.
your options open.
Yep.
Okay, Raj, go ahead. Yeah,
These are
Raj.
terrible names. They're all
Proj,
bad.
yeah, I know they are very bad names. Yeah,
Have some imagination, people.
Yeah.
I will go with Project Football.
Project Football, is that a final answer?
Every time you say that, that means it's probably not correct.
No, he says that every time,
Yeah.
usually.
And let's
Now
let's
I'm confused
wait
between
and see.
Project Return and Project Football. See, everything is like I'm trying to like football is sticking out. Restart, return, Operation Restart, project. I'll stick with it even if it's wrong.
Project Football. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, if you like, I will probably from future not ask you if it's a final answer. We can just go that way. I just want to make sure because sometimes people change their minds. They go, oh, give me a second. So,
Right.
Yeah.
But Project Football, unfortunately, is not correct. Not that that has anything to do with me asking you, but Project Football is not correct. Margaret and Farhan, a chance to steal Project Restart, Operation Restart, or Project Return.
Farhan, do you
It's
have any idea?
yeah, it's the first
Oh,
one, Project Restart.
oh,
Project Restart, said very confidently and absolutely correct. It is Project Restart. That was the name given. Surprised,
It's
Sogata.
terrible. Terrible name
terrible
though. It's
names, awful names. Yeah.
Well, it's a Premier League. I don't make them
That's
up.
that's
But
as creative English one can get with their football.
Well, for a while in the first when they returned back, like every game was like, oh, since Project Restart, they kept calling it Project Restart like it was actually a thing, but they tried to make it a thing. But anyway,
Yeah.
all right. But nonetheless, Sogata and Raj, you still have two questions to go in this round. Here is question number two again. Either one of you can answer this one. Who won the Player of the Season award in 2019-2020? Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Kevin De Bruyne, or Harry Kane? Either one. Who would like to
Saugata,
answer?
if you know it, go for it. Like, we rather have the first 30 points on the kitty and then take guesses. So otherwise, I'm going to guess anyways. Player of the
No,
season.
no.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm thinking. This is which season? 1920.
Yep.
1920, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm, I think I'll go for it.
Mhm.
Okay, sure. Go
It
ahead.
is Kevin De Bruyne.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I asked you if it's a final answer and you said it, and it was actually correct. So it's not always that I asked and it's wrong. Kevin De Bruyne is correct. I'm just saying for
Okay.
people to say yes. And
What's
55
the
points.
score now? What's the score?
It's 55 to you guys, 75 to Fine and Margaret.
Okay, so
So
you're at
you're
20
only
point
20
deficit.
points.
Okay.
It's only 20 points, and you still have one question in hand. So Kevin De Bruyne is correct. And we go to question number three. Uh, who was the only player to win two Player of the Month awards in this season? So in this season, only one of these players won two Player of the Month awards. Again, either one if you can answer. Sadio Mane, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne, or Bruno Fernandes.
Saugata,
I'm not very sure. I have my
if I,
options, but I think you
I'll
take a
guess
guess
then.
on that. Yeah.
Sure, Raj, you can go for it.
Only player to win two Player of the Month awards in this season. Player of the Month. Okay. Sadio Mane.
Is that your final answer?
I'll stick with Sadio Mane. Yeah.
Sadio Mane is
Yeah.
unfortunately not correct. It is not Sadio Mane. Fine and Margaret, another chance to steal, extend the lead a little bit more. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne, or Bruno Fernandes.
Why?
Either one, if you can answer, doesn't count to your quota, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I'm like I think I'm like 70% sure it's Bruno Fernandez, Margaret.
That's who I would guess.
Okay. Bruno Fernandez.
Bruno Fernandes. So Kevin De Bruyne won the Player of the Season award, but Bruno Fernandes was sensational the second half of the season, and yes, he was the only player to win two Player of the Month awards in that season. Absolutely correct. Yay. Yes,
Yeah.
Man United gets you points, right? Anyway, 80 points for that. As we come to the halfway through round two, and we still got two boxes to go. So, Fine and Margaret, another chance to pick a box 2018, 2019, or 2017, 2018. I don't want to use the U word yet, but we'll see after this round if I have to.
You?
Upset. Upset.
You
U
word.
word. Upset. Upset.
Oh,
Yes.
come
Oh,
on.
okay.
Come on. That's
Over to you for the guess, Farhan. Which one do you like?
um I'm just going by like what my memory
Yeah,
makes the best.
exactly.
So let's go 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
2018, 2019. Yeah, I guess I should just probably not even bother with the boxes, right? Just be like, that's what everyone's gonna go. Logical choices. Anyway. All right. Question 2018, 2019, three questions. Margaret, you have one question left. Fahan, you have two left. Just so you know, just a bit
Okay.
of housekeeping there. So this next one, either of you can answer, obviously. Here we go. So the top goal scorer award this season was shared between three players. So which of these players was not one of those three players to finish among the joint top goal scorers? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Sergio Aguero, Mo Salah, or Sadio Mane?
Um Let me take a stab at this one, Margaret, if you don't mind. Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay. Aubameyang for sure. I'm gonna say Mo Salah as well. I'm gonna say Sadio Mane.
Is that your final answer?
Wait, hold on. Actually, um, yeah, I'm gonna say Sadio Mane.
Are you confident? I mean,
Final.
yeah, let's ask you
I'm
one more
not
time.
confident, but that's my final answer. Yeah.
Final answer, Sadio Mane. Evans, are you confident that that is your final answer? I mean,
Um.
Sadio Mane is unfortunately not correct. It is not Sadio Mane. Rajan Saugata, a chance to steal.
Yeah, it's Aguero. He finished at
Yeah, I mean, he
21.
pretty much counted it down for you. Didn't he? It is Sergio Aguero. The top three scorers were all African players, by the way, and Sergio Aguero finished fourth, and that is correct. So you move on to 60 points. Now it's just 20 points the gap. But yeah, it's question number two. Farhan and Margaret, you still have two questions to go. One question each. So, who was the only player to make it to the PFA Team of the Year from a club other than Liverpool and Manchester City? In this particular year, only one of these players, only one player was from outside Liverpool and Manchester City. Was it Paul Pogba, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Harry Kane, or Eden Hazard?
Wait. The question's asking
Yeah.
who
What does it
who's
mean?
the only. So
So it
who's the
means
only?
that every year there is a team of the year that is
Okay.
announced, and out of the 11 players, 10 of them were from Liverpool and Manchester City. Only one of the players was not from Liverpool or Manchester City.
Ah.
Uh,
Okay.
Oh,
Got
I
yeah,
you.
you
Got
see.
probably
you.
said, yeah, Liverpool or Manchester City. Sorry, other than Liverpool or well, I mean, yeah, semantics. So one of these players was nominated, and they were the only one that was not from Liverpool or Manchester City. Was it Paul Pogba, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Harry Kane, or Eden Hazard? So if you know who made the team of the year that year, then you would know who was the player that was not from Liverpool or
Right.
Manchester City.
Do you feel
Ah.
comfortable with this, Farhan, or do you want me to take a guess? Because I think we each have one
Left,
question left.
One
yes.
left.
Yeah.
Why don't you go, Margaret? You take a stab at it.
Okay, I'm going to consult my Gutcopedia
You got
again.
Wikipedia. Do it.
Yeah, and I'm going to say Liverpool and Manchester City. So it's somebody from one of those other big teams.
Mhm.
So I'm just taking a guess that it is Eden Hazard.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Wikipedia worked once, it did not work a second time. I think to consult Gian. And Hazard is not the correct answer. Raj Saugata, another chance to steal. Cut the gap down a little bit more. Paul Pogba,
Mhm.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, or Harry Kane?
So Aubameyang was one of the highest scorers of the league that season. So I think we'll go with Aubameyang.
Aubameyang was one of the top scorers that season. Unfortunately, for some reason, he was not in the PFA team
Pogba.
of the season. It was actually Paul Pogba, and I'm
Yeah, I had a
surprised
feeling.
Farhan didn't want to
I
say.
had
Oh,
a feeling. I had a
Farhan.
feeling, but it's okay.
Sometimes you
Oh,
gotta go with your feeling, man.
your
But
gut
anyway,
Yeah.
still
always.
one question to go.
My gut Wikipedia.
Yes, so yes, but someone's Wikipedia is working sometimes, right? Anyway, question number three. Farhan, this one's all yours.
Oh yeah.
And here we
Okay.
go. Which team lost the least number of games in that season? Was it Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, or Tottenham?
2018, 2019,
Yeah, 1890. Yes.
18, 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was the year I think City. City would have. I think they scored 100 points. I'm gonna say Man City.
Is that your final answer?
Good answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Man City.
Man City is unfortunately not correct. It is not Manchester City. Saugata and Raj, a chance to steal. Chelsea, Liverpool, or Tottenham?
Man City finished first. If they are not the right answer, I'll go with Liverpool. They finished second.
Yeah, it's pretty one of those, right? If it's not
Yeah.
City, it's Liverpool. It is Liverpool who've lost the least number of games. City lost 4 games that season. Liverpool lost only 1 that season, and they still did not win the league title. I mean, imagine that. Yeah. But anyway, but on that note, Sagat and Raj, you are now on 65 points, and you're only 15 points behind Farhan Margaret, and you still have a box to go. So 2017, 2018. Raj, you have 1 question left. Saugata, you have 2 to go. So with that, we go into 2017, 2018.
Where is Raj? Is he there?
Oh, I can see people. Raj, are you there?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, he's there. All right. Okay. So, which of these players was the only Manchester United player to make it into the team of the season that year? Was it David De Gea, Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, or Chris Smalling? Either one of you can
You
answer.
have 2 answers, right? And I have 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And these are 3 questions here.
Yes.
So Saugata, again, if you want me to guess, I'll guess. If you want,
I'm not very sure about this one. Yeah, you can take a guess.
and then the next 2 will be yours for sure. Okay.
Mhm.
Was the
Yes.
only Man United player to make it into the team of the season. This is 17-18, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, 17.
If, if there was an audience, someone pops in real here. Just a hypothetical. Yeah.
I'll go with David Diggy.
Sorry, what were you saying, Farhan?
No, we'll answer this question, then I'll have a question. So
Okay. Raj, is that your final answer, David De Gea?
Yeah.
David De Gea is correct. It is David De Gea who was the only
Yeah.
player. And with
Yay,
that,
good
you won
guess.
75 points. Yes. So you were
Are we
saying?
tied?
No,
I was
you're
gonna
still
say,
5 points ahead.
I have.
But yes, but 2
if
questions still to go. So what was it?
Rohit, my question is, if we had an audience, hypothetically, someone was here in the audience, could we ask an audience member for some help, potentially, like more than one person? Because we need an interactive crowd. If I get someone to join in
Yeah.
on this,
Well, they won't be able to help you with the answers, but I will ask them to ask the questions. So they can do that.
Ooh,
I
that's
guess there's no
nice.
benefit. Yeah, I guess.
No benefit.
Yeah.
Is Maria joining? Is somebody joining?
No, next question. It's okay. Next question.
Oh, wow. So you only going to invite them because they could help you?
Yeah,
Farhan?
exactly.
Yes,
Farhan, way to
that's
go.
that's the question.
Maybe
Well,
something to think about for the next season.
well, we did it
As a
last year.
change of approach.
We had audiences like help on certain guesses. We did help them like each round they could help the participants for 1 question. They could ask for the answer if they wanted. Turned out one of the people contestants didn't really need it and was only doing it out of courtesy and formality. So it kind of seemed a little bit skewed. But I mean, if you want to do that, we can do it. We can have it for the last round where they can help you with 1 question each if you need. We could do that if both teams agree to that. I don't know. Does that
I
sound
would.
like something you would like to try?
Um. Yeah. Let's see if this person I asked jumps in on the call first, and then
Okay.
we'll see. We'll go from there. How about that?
Yeah, sure. All right. Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it
but
David Beckham?
It's it's not.
Oh,
Um.
okay.
well, David Beckham. But
Unfortunately,
anyway, Rajan Sogata, here's your next question, just for interest of time. Which of these teams did not finish in the top 4 that season? Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Tottenham?
ooh,
Oh, tricky.
yeah.
This one, both of them are now for Sogata, so yeah,
Chelsea.
Only
Chelsea. And you know this because
Because I'm a Chelsea fan.
Exactly, Kelsey did not finish in the top four that season. And Saugata is now getting on his roll, 85 points, and you guys are now officially in the lead. And we still have one question to go in round two. So
There
one
were
more question.
there were
Sorry?
quite a few Chelsea questions. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh, there
saying.
were quite a few. There were quite a few
Saying
Manchester
a
United
lot of
questions as well.
Chelsea.
Well, there were
Just
quite a few Man
saying.
United questions as well, but you guys didn't get those, so it goes
Okay.
both.
Okay. All right.
We're
Yeah,
just taking notice. That's all. We're just
Just
noticing
noting.
things. Yeah.
yeah.
Noting.
Well, let's
That's
note.
what referees do. They throw cards and they jot down some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe you guys need to be
Chelsea.
stop being referees and being contestants, and you might actually have a chance of getting this one. Anyway, question number three, Raj and Saugata. How many Manager of the Month awards did Pep Guardiola win that season? Yes, that season. Yes, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Wow.
Should have been a
This will be a guess. Yeah.
yeah. Should have been a Conte question, I think. Sugata.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go for mm, 4.
Oh, go for 4, you said?
Yep.
Okay, 4. Is that your final answer?
Yep.
4 is absolutely correct. It is 4. And with that, you move on to
Hey.
95 points. It looks like, yeah, Raj and Saugata getting back in the groove, it seems. But anyway, at the end of round two, Raj and Saugata now lead 95 points, and Farhan and Margaret are on 80 points. It's 15 points the gap. We've got one final round to go. So we now move on to round three, which is all you can answer. I will not make the joke that I've been making, but I will just say that 14 questions, 10 points for a correct answer, 5 points for a past answer. You know the drill. Who would Raj and Saugata? Would you guys like to start, or would you guys like to go second in this one?
What do you say, Raj?
There's no boxes
How
in it.
many questions in this
40.
14
round?
questions.
Huh?
40.
14 questions.
No, in this round. This round.
Yes,
40.
14 questions. But there are no
One four.
boxes, so it's
One
just
four.
one
Or
after the other.
1-4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
1-4. Yes, yes. Not 4-0. No, we don't have that much
40
time.
will take a lot of
Okay.
time.
Yeah. So I
Yes.
think I know I would want to go second because then we have the last talk question to decide to figure out where we are. That's where it is. Instead of going first.
Fancy strategy. Very fancy.
This is as creative as Project Restart.
So you guys would like to be answer the
Yeah, go
question?
second.
Yeah, you go second.
Let's
Okay.
go second. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depending on the number, if there might be a hard questions, easy questions. I don't know how they all fall out. But all right. So, Farhan and Margaret, you guys will begin, and question number one is
And
for you.
can
Uh,
we confer?
yes. Yeah, you can confer, you can discuss before answering. Yeah, no
Okay.
problem with that. There's no
Okay.
quotas or anything of that sort.
Okay.
So which Premier League season was the first one to use VAR, or video assistant referee? 2017, 2018, 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, or 2020, 2021?
That's oh, okay. Sorry, I got confused with that. Isn't I think this is the second season it's being used. So sorry, sorry, Margaret. I'm just doing I'm saying I think this is the second season it's being used, so therefore 2019, 2020.
Good answer. Let's say 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
All right, is that your final answer?
I the way you say that,
I know it's the
Okay.
tone.
Is that your final answer?
just
I don't know how else am I supposed to say it, but anyway, but in the interest of time, is that a final answer, or?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The thing is, you might have actually given the answer away in case you got it wrong. But thankfully, you did not get it wrong. 2019, 2020 was the first season to use it. And you move on to 90 points, which is 5 points now, the gap. But Raj and Saugata, you do have a question in hand. So here is yours. Which player holds the record for most appearances overall in the Premier League? Overall, not in any particular
Ooh.
season. Ryan Giggs, Gareth Barry, Frank Lampard, or David James?
Gareth Barry.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I shouldn't even bother asking that because it is correct. Gareth Barry holds the record for most appearances. You guys move on to 105 points. Yeah, and I'm going to go on to question number three. Ryan and Margaret, which manager was referred to as a voyeur in a press conference by another manager? So I'm not asking you which manager made the comment, but who was referred to as a voyeur in the press conference? Was it Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, or Manuel Pellegrini?
I have no idea what they're talking about. Do you have any idea, Farhan?
I no, I don't. I don't think I saw this, but
So there was a
voyeur.
press
What is
conference that happened where a manager basically called another manager a voyeur, if you know what that
voyeur?
means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's only one manager I know here that says a lot in press conferences, Margaret, and his name is Jose Mourinho. But he says a lot of things. I just don't know if he said this. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not asking you who
No,
said it. I'm asking you who was referred to it, just to be
was
clear.
referred to. So
Oh,
was the
oh,
guy who was watching little girls or something like who committed some sort of
ah,
act of voyeurism.
okay.
So
Ah,
which one of these guys would have been, ogling women or
mm. Oh wow.
men or
Ah
Margaret,
man.
you seem to know a lot about voyeurism.
but yeah, voyeur. Even as I'm saying this, I'm struggling to think, is that exactly the definition? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. So which one would have been, or I don't know, like, shouldn't be looking,
Oh man. I'm good. Mourinho said it, so I'm gonna say Mourinho said it. But who's he
okay.
saying it to? I'm gonna say he has a lot of problems with Wenger from time to time. So I'm gonna say Wenger,
Oh,
Arsene Wenger. What do you
Is that a
think?
final answer?
Yeah. Oh, what do you
Is
think,
that
Margaret? Is that
yeah, I think go with your gut, Wikipedia.
okay? I'm gonna say Wenger.
yeah. Sogata, is that correct?
I think so.
It is absolutely correct because he did say it when he was manager of Chelsea. He was referring to Arsene Wenger as a voyeur
Yeah.
because he used to always apparently he used to keep talking about his players all the time. Oh, all the
Oh,
time. And apparently he was, according to Mourinho, he was obsessed with his players. But
oh,
anyway,
I see.
Arsene
Like
Wenger
checking
is
them out
like,
in the dressing room. That's just weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty weird.
yeah, it is. Yeah, that was anyway. All right, question number 4. Rajan, it's now back to
You
5 points
Farhan.
gap, but Rajan Sogata still got a question in hand.
Thank you, Margaret, for breaking that word down for me. I,
We're a team.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Good teamwork. Very good teamwork. And we move on to question number 4. The phrase "park the bus" was a reference to which manager's tactics
Ooh.
originally? Alan Pardew, Jose Mourinho, Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis.
Was Mr. Mourinho.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. It is not Jose Mourinho. Farhan Margaret, a chance to steal. Yeah, I know it's commonly associated with Jose Mourinho, but that wasn't the reference to it. It
Huh.
wasn't a reference to originally to Jose Mourinho. So, Farhan Margaret, a chance to steal. Alan Pardew, Salman Allardyce, or Tony Pulis.
It's Big Sam, in my opinion.
Is that your final answer?
Sam, yes.
Big
Big
Sam to
Sam.
steal. Big Sam to steal. Surprise, surprise. Saugata got one wrong. Jose Mourinho actually coined the phrase "park the bus," and he actually said it was Sam Allardyce calling it 90s football when his Chelsea team played Bolton. But these days, it is often used for Jose Mourinho's
I
teams.
think that Sagata should get a bonus 5 points for that.
It's okay.
Yes, no, he was the one. Yeah, it was actually Jose Mourinho who coined it, but then
Yeah.
now they use it against him and they say it. Yeah, this was again when he was manager of Chelsea. He said that Sam Allardyce's team parked the bus. But anyway, so we're now all tied up, 105 and 5. Surprise, surprise. Sogata got one wrong in this one. He normally doesn't get any wrong in this round. He normally just like breezes through. But anyway, final, those were things we will. We still got 10 questions to go. We're all square now, 105 points each. Farhan and Margaret, your chance to take a lead with question number 5. Which of these is not a London derby? Queen's Crystal Palace and Queen's Park Rangers, Chelsea and Fulham, Tottenham and Burnley, or Arsenal and Charlton Athletic?
What is a
So
London derby?
A
I was just
London
gonna explain
derby,
it to you, Margaret. It's oh, go ahead, Rohit. Go ahead.
yeah, a London derby is basically a game in not in a game involving two teams that are both based in London. So a derby is basically any game that involves two clubs that are based in the same city, usually in
Oh,
most cases. So the London derby is basically two teams that are based in England. And there's different types of London derbies, but essentially they're called London derbies. So one of these is not a London derby, essentially, and that if you can make out, that means one or both of these
right.
teams, those teams are
Are
not
not
based.
So,
are not based out of London.
so
Mhm.
how is your geography skills, Margaret, in terms of
Not great, but I don't think it's Tottenham. So Tottenham
uh,
is somewhere else, isn't it?
Oh, Tottenham is in London. It's in the northern part of London.
Oh,
So
okay.
but they're the team they're facing, Burnley, might not be in London. So
Right.
that's
I don't know Burnley.
I I I think it actually might be that one.
Oh, okay. You think it's Tottenham and Burnley?
I because I know Queens Park Rangers. I think that's Crystal
Yeah.
Palace and Queens Park Rangers. That's in London. That has a London feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Queens Park. Um, Chelsea, Sugata's smiling, so I'm going to assume they're in London as well. Fulham, I also believe is in London. So those those two there, but I can't remember where Burnley is, so I'm going to assume that's not in
Yeah.
London.
Let's do it. Gutkipedia says Tottenham and Burnley.
Tottenham and Burnley, final answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, Farhan's Wikipedia is working. Go with that because Tottenham and Burnley is great. Burnley are based in Lancashire, close to Manchester. Tottenham and Burnley is not a London derby. The other
Woohoo!
three are. And
Farhan,
so with that, you
Farhan,
take a
you're
lead
hot.
of
We're
10
doing it.
points.
Thank you, Mario.
Farhan, you're hot
Uh-huh.
on this. This
Yeah,
is fantastic.
115 points to 105. It's really heating up. This has been by far the closest game we've had, and it's a final. It's a high quality game, which is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. So please tell everybody to watch it. If you're watching this, you just tell everybody to watch it. This is fantastic. Rajan Saugata, you still have a question in hand though to go level again, and this one is for you guys. Which two teams contest the Roses rival? Leeds United and Manchester United, Manchester United and Liverpool, Newcastle and Sunderland, Chelsea and Manchester City.
Uh, do you know that, Saugata, or do we need to work this out?
No, I don't know for sure.
So, roses, right? So, what is the
The
funda
connection,
behind roses? Yeah.
yeah, the connection is basically it was the two houses of the Roses. Basically there were two houses of the Roses in England. I cannot tell you what the house of the Roses is because I myself don't know, but something like a royal family thingy. There were two
Okay.
houses that were based in two different regions, and they had a rivalry which kind of spilled over into club football eventually. Two houses of the Roses. Yeah.
Oh, that's very difficult. Uh,
Okay.
Geography. It's hard.
And do you want me to take a guess?
yeah, the roses rivalry is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, because there's no other way I can figure this out. I was going after jersey colors, this and that, something to connect with rose, Latin for rose, but nothing of that. So if it's houses and aristocracy, I have no idea. Like House of whatever Windsor something. Then we just have to guess maybe. What could have a royal connection? Leeds, Manchester, Newcastle, and Sunderland. Like I'm just thinking, what could be which clubs could have a royal connection by far? Like Manchester United, I'm not sure. Same for Chelsea, I'm not sure. Anyways, I don't want to confuse you, dude. You go for it.
No,
I
frankly,
would have
royal
gone with the
connection.
Newcastle and Sunderland, but I leave it to you.
I'll go with, I don't know, maybe Leeds and Manu.
Is that your final answer?
What do you say?
No, let's go for it, man. I'll go with it with what you're saying. I'm like
Hmm.
thinking Newcastle and Sunderland, Manchester and some royal connection. Probably, I don't know. Your shot, your call.
Hmm. So yeah, I'm not going into the reasons for it because I think you will give out
Yeah,
some more clues to
yeah.
our opponents here.
No, yeah.
That's a bit of
Uh,
strategy as well. But anyway, your final answer
yeah, Leeds and Manu.
is a man is a total guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Our fans, Gutkipedia is working. So rather your Gutkipedia is on a whole other level because Leeds United, Manchester United is correct. It is Leeds United, Manchester
Wow.
United.
Oh,
Now I was gonna give you more hints, but I was like, this might give it away. But the reason why it's roses is because Leeds is like the white rose and United are the red
The
rose.
Red
So
Rose.
that's
Yep,
why it's
that's right.
white and red, the roses rivalry. Two houses, one based in Leeds, one based in Lancaster,
I'll
which is
tell you
United.
actually, when you mentioned that they are from different regions, that's where I took the clue from because Liverpool
Ooh.
and Liverpool and Man U come from the same region. Newcastle and Sunderland come from the same region.
Oh,
Chelsea and Man City doesn't. They don't have a great rivalry to talk about, so it has to be Leeds and Man U.
Good one.
Yeah.
good deducting.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we
it
like
was
still know the
exactly.
level scores, right?
Yeah, so it wasn't
Yeah,
strictly
good
Gutkipedia.
job, Rohit. Good job, Rohit.
Yeah, 115 points each. With that, we're back level. And that was a very tough question. And yeah, it's still correct. But anyways, back level, 115, 115 each. Who will blink first? I hope you don't have a tie because I have no plans for a tiebreaker at this point. I might have to come up with one on the spot. But anyway, question number 7. Farhan and Margaret, here we go. How many Premier League clubs have betting companies as their shirt sponsors? So the main shirt sponsors are betting companies. 4, 6, 7, or 8. Hey, they got a tough question.
Yeah,
So
I
I mean,
think you guys need to bet on that as well.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
out of 20 clubs,
Yeah. How
how many
many
have
of
betting?
them have a betting
Well,
company on their
as a
that's
shirt?
shirt.
easy
Yeah.
money, right?
That
That's
is
easy money.
this is very Premier League stuff here, but um very related to soccer. What's
Thank you.
what do you think, Margaret? Because
I
we're
bet 8. Like I think many would.
okay. I'm with you on that.
I
Very
don't know.
Eight?
I mean, it's kind of random, right? I mean,
yeah, yeah.
but I bet Sagata right now is going in his head. Okay, I'm thinking through all of the different, like 20 teams. I can remember their shirts, like he's counting. So I'm gonna get, yeah, I think a lot of them would take that easy betting money.
That's
So,
a good that's good
so,
good
so
breakdown.
after all that 8, is that your final answer?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people use Wikipedia, some people use logic. I tell you what, it doesn't matter because it is absolutely correct. It is 8. Whatever, however
Yes,
you get them, they don't matter.
Margaret.
They all
Yeah.
count when they go in 125 points. Oh my, we're in uncharted territory. This is now. I think this is now the best competition we've had in the 2 years of this, 2 seasons of this game. I think this is really incredible. I've never seen anything like this, to be honest. Really, I'm sad that we don't have more, an audience today because this is incredible. Seriously, you guys have kudos to both of you, both teams. You got all 4 of you have done extremely well. To do this really from yeah. I mean, I'm sincere. I know I bant a lot, but sincerely, I think this has been incredible. So thank you so much for giving this sort of entertainment. Really appreciate it. But we still have a game to complete. Rajan Saugata, 10 points behind, but you have a question in hand. Here we go. Who are the shirt sponsors for Liverpool? Carlsberg, Standard Chartered, Bet365, or Emirates?
So, Agatha,
Oh,
I
come on.
this is Liverpool was I'm confused between Standard Chartered and Carlsberg. I do you know this?
Yeah, as in silly of me, as in I'm also confused between the two of them.
So let's do this. Emirates is Chelsea, right?
No, no, Emirates and forget about it. It's Carlsberg and Standard Chartered, either
It's
one of them.
Carlsberg and Standard Chartered. I think
I think.
Carlsberg was the previous one, and Standard Chartered is the recent one,
Hmm.
I think the other way around. Standard Chartered was the previous one, and
previous one,
Carlsberg
and
is the.
Carlsberg is the recent one,
Yep.
which is also possible. Not Bet 65, no, not recent years. These guys have been like Carlsberg Standard would have been like 8-10 years ago. I don't know if the most recent one. Bet 365 is not the. If they're sponsoring 8 other guys, probably then they're not. The
But just
shirt
so you know,
sponsor.
Bet365 doesn't sponsor 8 clubs, right? It only sponsors probably one. And then you got like 8 different betting companies that
I
sponsor
know, I
eight
know, I know.
different.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, yeah.
just telling you.
Shirt
Hi,
sponsors. No, I
Shit.
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg.
What do you say, Sukata?
Just a minute. Yeah, just trying to remember if I can remember someone's uh, T-shirt or
My guessing has been
something.
very bad recently, so in this tournament, my guessing has been terrible. So I will probably stick with what you're saying. Stancy is the old one. Carlsberg probably is the new one, but I'll leave you to take a call.
I think let's go with Stancy. As in,
Sure.
they will get the uh, bonus point there because it's between the two of them. I'm sure. So yeah, as in, I think Stancy. Let's go with Stancy.
Okay, let's go with Stancy.
Is that your final answer? Standard Chartered?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sogata thought it was Carlsberg. Raj thought it was Standard Chartered.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Now, normally you would go with Sogata's guess, but they decided to go with Raj's guess. They went with Standard Chartered, and usually Sogata's guesses are always correct, but in this case it wasn't because it is Standard Chartered that are the current
Ooh,
sponsors of
hey,
Liverpool,
Raj.
Yeah.
and it's 125
Oh
points each.
man, this
Again,
is
we're
close,
back on
man,
level
because I cannot
terms.
miss a
Raj,
question.
you're absolutely right. Carlsberg was the old one, and then
Yes,
Standard
Standard
Chartered
Chartered are the new ones.
is the
Yes,
new one.
absolutely
Yeah.
correct.
Well
I
done.
thought that would be easy actually, but well, who knows, right? Sometimes the
Yeah, me
memory
too.
blanks when you're in that high pressure situation. And this is a high pressure situation. We got
Oh
six
yeah,
questions to go. Who will bring
that's
first?
for
Question
sure.
number 9, Farhan and Margaret. Here we go. How many Welsh teams have played in the Premier League? Not talking about won the Premier League, but have played in the Premier League. How many Welsh teams have
Two,
played in the Premier League?
two.
Oh, wow, I didn't even need to read out the options. 2, is that your final answer?
Yes.
And do you
Yes.
know the names of the two teams?
I don't know the names of the two Welsh teams, but I know there were two.
And that is absolutely correct. You do not.
Yes,
Oh,
Margaret.
you do not need to know how many teams have played. You just need to know how many were in it. It's
Well
two.
done.
Swansea and Cardiff are the two teams that
Wow,
played.
Margaret, that's amazing.
And 135 points. Here we go.
That was
So
Wikipedia.
we
Ah,
know
okay.
question number 10. Might have already got a glimpse of it, but Raj and Sogata, here we go. Arsenal's Invincibles run was stopped by which of these teams in 2005? Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, or Everton?
They lost to Manu 2-0.
And he
Man
also knows the
United.
score, right? I mean, one person
Yeah.
knows the number, but not the teams. So that is like, well, I know both. And it is correct. It is Manchester United who won and ended Arsenal's Invincibles run. And you move on to 135 points each as well. Still got 4 questions to go. And here we are. Question. I think we've got a perfect round so far, right? I think both. I think you guys. I think so, right? Because it was
Yep, yep,
55.
yep. So
Yeah.
far,
No,
three
I think
questions.
we got
Actually, no,
wrong
you did
because
get
we
one
were.
wrong. Yes, you got one
Yeah.
wrong, and that was the one that they picked up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been perfect so far. Yeah. Oh, wow. One, but each question has been answered correctly by at least one of the teams. So anyway, question number 11. Here we go. Which two teams played out the first ever 5-5 draw in the Premier League in 2013? Arsenal and West Ham, Chelsea and Manchester City, Newcastle and Liverpool, or Manchester United and West Brom?
This is our question, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Margaret.
this is for
This is
you,
our.
Yeah.
Farhan and Margaret. Yes.
Did you see this on Wikipedia?
I did not.
Mm.
I don't even know what is a 5-5 draw.
It means both
Like
teams scored 5 goals.
both teams scored 5 goals.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Both teams. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In 2013. Hmm.
I have no idea. That's a lot of goals, though.
That's a lot
So
of goals.
2013.
Raj Saugata, just out of curiosity, do you know the answer to this one? You don't have to give it to me, but do you know the answer to this one? You
Wow.
just have to say yes or no
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you want.
Nodding. Yeah.
Oh, you do
Yeah.
know that.
Yep.
Okay, so pressure's on. You guys have got to get this one. So just a little bit of
Hmm.
pressure for Farhan.
Well, I have no idea on this one, Farhan. Why don't you consult your Gutkipedia for this
Okay.
one?
I'm just trying to remember that year, how
Yeah.
how it went. Arsenal West Ham. That's a London derby. I guess could have been intense. Chelsea and Manchester City for sure, but those games never really score a lot of matches. Newcastle, Liverpool, Manchester City, West Brom. West Brom. Hmm. I'm gonna say Arsenal and West Ham.
Is that a final answer?
Uh yeah.
I'm terribly disappointed in you, Farhan. That is not the correct answer. It is not Arsenal West Ham. So, Gata, the answer?
Yeah. This was Ferguson's
I just
last match as manager.
oh my
Manu
god.
Brom, West Brom.
Yes, Man United and West Brom. I can't believe that you did not know this one, Farhan. I'm disappointed. But anyway,
Wouldn't be the
Manchester
first
United.
time. Probably won't be the last as well, so it's okay.
Manchester United West Brom played out the first ever 5-5 draw. That was Sir Alex Ferguson's last game in charge of Man United. Yes. Anyway, with that, Rajan Sagata, you have a lead now, 140 points to 135, and you have a question in hand as well. Here we go. Question number 12. Which team came back from 4-0 down to draw with Arsenal in 2011? The only time this has happened in Premier League history. Newcastle, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, or Leeds United?
Hmm.
This is
Wow.
for Rajan Sogata, by the way.
What does it mean to draw with?
Means they came back from 4-0 down and finished 4-4. Each
Oh,
team
right.
scored
Oh, I
four.
see.
Yeah.
To draw even.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Raj, any idea? Should I go with Gutkipedia?
Yeah. Who can? Which team in 2011 would probably even have the firepower to level score
Still,
at 4-0 with Arsenal, which is a good team. Like they have to be a good team to do that.
not necessarily like the
Yeah,
previous answer you saw. West Brom came back from,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
also
three
true.
goals
That's also
down
true.
to
Yeah.
draw with
oh
Man
yeah,
U.
West Brom. It was Lukaku,
So
right?
Yep. Lukaku
Yeah,
was playing for
yeah.
them.
Oh
Scored a
my
hat
god.
trick.
Hmm. Okay, I think I'll take a stab at it.
Hmm.
Uh, I think I'll go with Newcastle United.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is unfortunately for Margaret and Farhan, that is unfortunately correct. It is Newcastle United who came back from 4-0 down. And you guys won to 150 points. So you're almost
yeah.
there. We have two more questions left. And Farhan and Margaret now need to get both of those correct. So you need to get yours and then hope that they don't get the last one so you can win it. But that's the equation now. 150 to 135 points. It's taken us till this point to
even
kind
then,
of get.
even then, they will not win. It will be a draw because
Yes, it will
10
be a
plus
draw.
5.
Yes, they won't
Yeah.
win
Yeah.
it, but they will draw it. So yeah, but
Okay.
yeah,
We
basically,
should do a draw and see what happens with Rohit. Let's see him sweat a bit.
nice try, Farhan, nice try. But I don't think that's how it's gonna be. But anyway, question number 13. Here we go, Farhan and Margaret. This one's for you. Your final
Okay.
question: which company is the official ball supplier for the Premier League? So the one that makes the ball manufacturer, I should say. Adidas, Puma, Nike, or Umbro?
Currently,
Currently,
right?
yes. Currently, yes.
Um, it's Nike.
Is that your final answer?
That's what I'm thinking, Margaret.
Yep. Let's go with it. Nike.
Yeah.
Nike to stay alive in this competition. And tell you what, folks, it is going to go down to the final question because Nike is correct. Nike are the official balls manufacturers, and 145 points to
Oh, oh.
150.
I think that's a yellow card for not putting currently because that could be misleading.
Why
You
is that
could.
missing? You could, I mean, it's the official. I don't know. What? Well, anyway, they have been for a long time. So any period of time that you would have taken, they probably would still have been the ball supply. So anyway, we go down to question number
So
14. Rajan Sogata, if you get this one, you win it. If not, well, you might still win it if I and Margaret don't get it. But if they do get it, then it's a tie. So either way, not a lot of pressure on you guys, but you can win it here. But it does go down to the final question. So that's incredible. Rajan Sogata, here we go. Question number 14. Sorry, my mic's not working. Which company is the official snack partner of the Premier League? Yes, they have a
This
snack
is.
partner too. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me
Oh my
how.
God! This
But
is
they
the
have a
last
snack
question.
partner.
it's not a very
Cadbury,
noble question.
Yeah, this is the last question of the tournament. We're
Pepsi. Yeah.
really
Well, anyway, let me read out the options.
capitalism. You gotta
Okay. Well,
love it.
let me read out the options for Sogata. Cadbury, PepsiCo, Nestle, or Unilever.
See,
Raj, any
cat.
idea?
See, let's
Yeah, Raj,
break
you're
this
the
down.
business guy, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just thinking. Yeah, this is. You know what? Cadbury is a British company, right? And Unilever is British, Dutch, or British. Unilever is in all sorts of things. I wouldn't. I would if I go with elimination, I'll eliminate Unilever first. Um,
Just Cadbury are no longer
PepsiCo
the.
owns the entire Lay's piece. So
Lays,
do you
Gatorade.
have do you have anything like there is no other way we have to discuss this. There's no like they will get clues, but we can't talk on phone. Uh, if I have to work this out, I'm just thinking how would I work it out? Like think of any matches where some Lay's advertisement was there, or I can tell you some brands. If you remember any such brands, I can tell you if they fall under all of any of these. I will know Unilever brands or or PepsiCo brands.
He will. He's
Um,
very good at this.
yeah.
Raji,
So
why do you?
Nestle doesn't have much of snacks. Um, it's more known for dairy and then pharma and bunch of those things. Water also, not so much of snacks. Um, PepsiCo is the one that has a huge collection of snacks. Cadbury does too, but then those are not savories. Depending on how you're looking at snack, savories or sweets. Why would a chocolate guy want to call themselves a snack partner? Or maybe they want to. Again, so my option is between
I like
Cadbury and
this
PepsiCo.
rationale.
I think just go with your gut feel, whatever you feel is. But I don't have a clue about it.
This is again the thing is Pepsi big in UK? I don't know. You probably Coca-Cola is very big in UK. Pepsi is not big in all countries. They're big in certain countries. Um,
Yeah, maybe that's the reason why they would sponsor to be more visible.
yeah. So all the matches you've seen, can you think of any brand, any sort of the snack, any advertisement of food? I can place in each of these. Like if you said this, I'll say this is Unilever brand.
No, I can't think of anything.
This is
Okay, it's just in the
Then
interest of
I'll
time.
yeah. This
then if that is what it is, then I'll go with PepsiCo.
PepsiCo final answer.
Yeah.
PepsiCo to win it is unfortunately not correct. It is not PepsiCo. So Farhan Margaret a chance to tie it and
yeah.
take this into a tiebreaker.
Oh
Cadbury,
my gosh.
Nestle, or Unilever.
Wow.
Uh, I have no idea, Margaret.
No, nothing for him.
Nothing.
Oh,
Raj did a beautiful breakdown.
he really did. It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah,
I was convinced it was PepsiCo.
yeah. Me too. I
Um,
was like, that's
I mean,
yeah.
I do like the Cadbury chocolate idea. That is so British.
Okay.
Um,
I like that idea too. Me too. That sits well with
but
me.
Nestle has really deep pockets, but I don't know what brands, snack brands they have. So, yeah, why don't we try for Cadbury?
Let's 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 go for
Cadbury, is
Cadbury.
that a final
Yeah.
answer?
Yep,
Mm.
So
Cadbury.
PepsiCo was an intentionally misleading answer. I knew that PepsiCo would, kind of done that, and so that worked. Cadbury to tie it all up, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first ever tiebreaker coming up because Cadbury is absolutely correct. It is 150 each.
Yes,
I tell you what.
yes,
Oh my word!
I told you it's
yes.
between Cadbury and PepsiCo. It's
Well
it's
done.
Oh wow!
British
And
Well
company.
well,
done.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to. Well, I mean, I have a basic rule of what we were going to do, and I mean, it's yeah, I don't know. It's probably gonna take me a little.
I'm gonna
So we
mention.
are going into sudden death, folks. First time ever on trivia on our competition, and it's amazing. It's a great advert for this competition. And if you are watching this, please do share it with everybody and like and subscribe because this is the kind of fun entertainment that you get. But we're going to sudden death. The rules are simple. I will ask each team a question. We're going to do a coin flip to decide who goes first. We each ask each team a question. The first team that does not answer a question in their round while the other team answers loses the game. So if Ryan and Margaret go first and they do not answer a question, and Raj and Sogata also do not answer, then we go to a second question. But if Raj and Sogata do answer, then that means they win, and vice versa as well. If Ryan and Margaret answer their question, Raj and Sogata don't, they lose. So we go that way, and it's all pressure. It's all sudden death type pressure, and we're going to do a coin flip now to decide who goes first. So I'm going to share my screen. Raj and Sogata, since you guys picked last time, Margaret and Fine, you can pick heads or tails this time. And yeah, either one of you, go for it.
I think it's always heads.
Yeah.
Heads. All right, so we go heads. Maybe this time it'll be tails. It is tails. It's not
Ah.
always heads. It's not always heads. And all right, Raj and Sogata, do you wish to go first or do you wish to go second?
We wish to go first, Saugata, because don't take the pressure of coming second if we miss if they answer and we had the pressure on us this time going second.
Whatever. And then I'm
Uh,
okay. Either way.
Let's go
First of
first.
all, we have to know the question's
I
answer.
know. I
All right, question number one. All right, Raj and Sogata going first. So here's your question. Which manager made this quote? I would love it if we beat them. Love it. At a press conference, a manager made this quote: "I would love it if we beat them. Love it."
Are we giving four? They just have to guess, or
Yeah. They. Oh, you want options as well? Yeah, sure. Well, of course, yeah. You need
Or
multiple
is it,
choice.
and it's all Premier League still,
This is
right?
Premier League. Yeah, this is the Premier League. It's all
Does the
Premier League. All
question
right.
pass to them or they get a new question, fresh question?
It will
The
pass to them,
question
but
doesn't.
even they will pass to them, but even if they do answer it, they do get a second question. What will happen is, if okay, yes, so if I will pass it to them, if Farhan and Margaret do get it, you do have that 5 points, technically speaking. And if you do answer the next question, you win it. But even if you don't answer, we pass it to Raj and Saugata. And if Raj and Saugata don't answer it, because you have the past answer, so you win it. Which means then in that case, Raj and Saugata have to answer. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, think of it this way, where there's two questions left, and it's 10 points for correct answer and 5 points for the wrong answer. And you've got 5 points for the past answer. So you have a 5 point lead. And then in the second question, even if you don't answer it, you still have that 5 point lead, which then Raj and Saugata have to catch up to. And so if they don't answer it, then you win it. Then we don't want to do a second question. I guess that makes sense, right? Just answer the question. I'll explain it if you win or not. That's okay. Just go there. All right, you do need choices. That's why I do need to provide you with choices. So the choices are Arsene Wenger. You have number one, Arsene Wenger. Number two, Kevin Keegan. Number three, Sam Allardyce. And number four, Jose Mourinho. Would you like me to read them out again?
yeah,
Can
if
you
you could
put them
just
in the
repeat
chat?
them.
It might take a while, but I'll just read them out again. You can ask me as many times as you want. So the choices are: number one, Arsene Wenger; number two, Kevin Keegan; number three, Sam Allardyce; number four, Jose Mourinho.
Would you want to give us context of on what context was this said?
This was a press conference that was happening, and this was towards the end of a season. And the manager made a quote saying, "I would love it
Which
if we beat
season? Which
them."
season?
Uh,
Because it's
okay.
equal to both, right? It's if you tell us the
Well,
same for
let me
them as
ask
well.
them if they need that hint, right? They may not need the hint. So in which case, do you need the
Do
hint for
you
which
need the
season
hint
this
of which
was?
season?
Uh, I guess, yeah. I don't know, Margaret. What do you think?
No idea.
No idea.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
need
we'll
the
take the
season or
season.
do you not need the
Yeah.
season?
depends on how
Okay,
much of a hint it is. If they get it wrong and we
no,
get
the
it
hint is
right,
that they want to know which year it is, which season this was.
okay,
So I mean, the more hints I give them, the more close they get also. So you know, you want to keep that in mind.
yeah.
But anyway, okay. So you want
No,
me
no,
to
the
give them the
same for
season?
it's a tie, so it's same for sudden death, so it's same
Um,
for everybody.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, but
you
yeah,
get
as
first
in
crack at it, right?
But you
So
get first crack, yeah.
so
So
you don't,
no hints.
no hints.
Then you don't also get the hint. You realize that, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
fine.
okay.
that's fine.
We'll take one in
Okay.
three over one in four.
I was only trying, Saugata, I was only trying to get to the season because then we could have placed the context of something happened, some big
I know.
matches, so we'd like to beat them. So, because
Okay,
otherwise you'd say
okay.
that.
A hint. A hint.
All right, give the hint.
Gotcha.
Then we get a
Okay.
hint.
Yeah, if you want a hint, but yes, okay, if you do want to know, you get a hint. But all right, okay, so the question, I'll repeat again. I'll repeat the question with the hint because the hint that you asked for was the season. So which manager said this in the 1995-1996 season? I would love it if we beat them. Love it. The managers was it Arsene Wenger, Kevin Keegan, Sam Allardyce, or Jose Mourinho?
There
What's
was no
your call?
Mourinho at that time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that.
So one's gone. Yeah.
I didn't
Don't
plan
give
on
out
giving
those
hints.
things, Saugata. Well, of course,
Hmm,
Farhan would have known that too for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I'm veering towards Keegan then because it's so back in the days. Though Wenger was also there at that time, and so was Allardyce. Okay, we have to take a stab at it. I think I'll go with Kevin Keegan.
Is that your final answer? Sorry, I thought you were asking me or you're telling me.
No, I'm going for Kevin Keegan.
Kevin Keegan. All right, Kevin Keegan. And you guys should not have asked to give them the hint. But I didn't want to give them the year, but it is correct. It is Kevin Keegan. They do get the lead in the shootout. So, members, you guys are very nice. You guys play very nice for a final. Fine and
Sportsmanship.
Margaret. So,
no, no,
It's
no.
a lot of
They
social pressure.
no. You
Yeah.
remember they said no only when I said this helps you in thinking that way. They said yes. So
No,
He's such a
don't give undue credit.
salesperson.
sorry,
Raj,
who?
he can sell you anything.
I know, right? I don't, I'm not convinced. I just felt like as soon as I gave the year, it would make it very easy. So I didn't want to give it, but
Ah,
You guys asked for it, so I was like, okay. But anyway,
Not that we
uh,
knew it off the
but
bat.
okay. But in
Also,
the
a gut
if we
Wikipedia
do go
answer.
to a second question, there will be no hints given. Like I will decide if the hints need to be given, so I will make that decision. Like we will keep it that way. But anyway, question number two: Fine and
No,
Margaret must.
but just to clarify, I think they should also get a hint, at
If
least
they
to
ask for
even
it,
it
I will
out.
give them
Yeah.
a hint. Yes, for sure. Must answer question for you guys. Who made the infamous facts rant? So a manager at a press conference spoke about a lot of facts at a press conference. Like basically, he said a lot of things which he called facts. Was it Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, or Rafael Benitez? Now, the hint I gave them the hint of the year. I can give you the hint of the season as well if you want. Just basically
Sure.
Yeah, we
this was in
want
2008 2009 season. The manager basically made comments, which basically what he said, he basically made a bunch of comments which he called facts. So it is called a rant about facts. That's the word that is used, called a facts rant. And yeah, so that was what it was. 2008 2009.
okay.
The manager, was it Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, or Rafael Benitez?
Ah, man, Margaret. Um,
No
let me
idea.
think. So let me. I'll just say.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I don't know who said this, but if there was going back to who I think talks a lot is Jose Mourinho.
Right.
He does a lot of rants. He does a lot of
Right.
sayings, but
And we got lucky with him before.
well, we said he said it to Arsene Wenger, so that was
Exactly.
our. But and then yeah, so I think
The hint
And
is in the year.
is
That's all
that
I have to
year
say.
correct? Like 2008, 2009? Would he be coaching then?
that's the thing. I don't know if he was a coach at that point in time because he would have been Chelsea's coach. Oh, he might have been in Real Madrid at that point. So
Hmm.
uh that's a good point. Yeah. Can you repeat all four of them, Rohit, once again?
Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene
Hmm.
Wenger, Jose Mourinho, or Rafael Benitez?
And it's facts. Facts
Facts.
ran.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes.
So
And
it's
I think
facts.
Ferguson was retired at that point, wasn't he?
No, he was still
Was he still
managing.
active?
Yeah.
Oh,
So he had retired in as Sugeta said
2013.
2013.
2013.
oh,
We already
okay.
got that. Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I was gonna say I was edging towards Jose Mourinho, but I don't know if he was a coach at that time. I don't know if he was the coach of Chelsea at that time.
okay. In the interest of time,
Yeah.
Okay, well, so that
in the
leaves
in,
Sir
yes.
Alex or okay. Well, we'll guess. Why don't we guess? What is your heart?
My heart says you have been really good at this competition, Farhan. So we'll go with what you think. Your
Okay, well,
Gutkipedia is my Gutkipedia.
Argopedia for Rexdale Funk. Um,
Oh
I'm gonna
my. Okay.
Because we're all winners.
yeah,
Yep.
No, we're
exactly.
not. No, no, we're not. But okay. Well,
Rohit.
well,
All
I'm
right,
a
so
winner, but yeah, no.
What do you mean we're not all winners?
Oh, well, I'm a winner because I organized this great competition, but we're all
yeah,
not.
but you didn't
So,
organize a tie. That was the only thing you didn't organize.
well,
But so
actually, I
I'll
had these
say,
questions as backup, so I knew about these
Okay.
questions. But yeah.
All right. Farhan, what do
Anyway,
you,
I'll,
questions.
your gut?
I'm gonna say Jose Mourinho because he's the king of rants. I don't know if he was the coach at that time, and that sounds like a very Jose thing to say. So Jose Mourinho is
Is
the
that your final
answer.
answer?
Answer.
Yeah.
So, Gata, do you know this one? I'm just curious.
I think it's Benitez.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It is Rafael Benitez who made the facts rant when he was talking about Manchester United getting all the advantages from referees, and then of course he went on to lose the title. So again, disappointed fine that you don't know that one. This was a Man United question again, but oh well. Anyway, it happens. You win some, you lose some. And with that, our first tiebreaker comes to an end. We have our winners of our 2021 Trivia competition. Congratulations to Saugata
Yay.
and Raj. It took a while, but you got there in the end. It's a fantastic competition. But thank you so much, Farhan and Margaret, for being such great
Thank
competitors, for
you.
being such great contestants. I know I don't make it easy for people, but you guys are wonderful participants. I
Absolutely.
really, really appreciate your participation in this competition. Thank you so much for joining in. Well, of course, congratulations to our winners, Raj and Saugata, again. And where you guys now get a check of $20. Which you can. Well, I mean, if it was me, I would just yeah. So you can decide what you want to do with it. Would you like to split it 10 and 10? Would you like to give all of the $20 to Saugata because he deserves it? Or you.
Wow, that is
Red.
a straight
Not
red,
hard.
Margaret.
Shut
No,
up,
that
wait
is
till
a
your red
straight
card.
red. That is
Your red card looks a
That's a
lot like a
unnecessary.
violent
purple
card.
card, by the way, Farhan, just so you
It's
know.
the background. It's the background.
Not the
Believe
background.
it's a red.
Oh my God.
I'll just tell you one thing. If Rohit knows anything about me, he knows that I don't really care two votes. At the best, I'll do is split it. I may even for moral support say you should give me $15 because
Yeah.
I give you $5 worth of moral support.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
So yeah,
or of
yeah.
course, the other option is you can always donate it to charity. You can donate it to our favorite charity, which is obviously me. Because I am not, this things take a lot of work, right? So I don't get paid for it. But anyway, so you could do that as well. Whatever you decide, we can figure that out later. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this gripping finale. It was really fantastic. And I'm just disappointed that actually I'm more disappointed, I think, than Fire and Margaret for not getting the last one because I was enjoying it. I wanted it to go for another round or two. Maybe we could have really kept it going. There were a couple of more questions that I had. But anyway, nonetheless, congratulations to Raj and Saugata. Thank you so much, Fire and Margaret.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this show. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Comment as well. I mean, all the rage is about Rafael Varane right now. With the season coming up, we actually probably might be doing some season previews as well. We're going to resume our normal programming now with football. The fun stuff is over. We're not getting into the serious business of club football season start again. So we'll be back again with the match previews, match reactions, all of that. So stay tuned. Take care. But for now, everyone, thank you so much. Have a good night or day, whatever time you're watching this, and bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Cheers.
Yay.